Today we're back with our guitar kit, the VW029. This is one of my personal favorite kits and one of our best sellers. This is a thin line style guitar kit, single cutaway. And what this has is a mahogany body with a maple top. It is considered a veneer top. If you see right in here, we can see where the maple or the mahogany transitions to the maple veneer to get kind of an overall idea of the thickness of that top. And of course it's solid body other than the one hollow wing. I was recently somewhere and someone said, oh, it must be an acoustic electric because it's got this hollow portion. It's not. That really doesn't do a lot. It's more decorative than anything else. This is set up, of course, as a bolt-on neck, and it's routed for two humbucker style pickups. The control cavity is routed along with all of the passages you would need to pass wires, a spot for your output jack. One thing to note on this guitar kit is the bridge is not a string through style bridge. It's just a surface mount bridge. We'll look at that in just a second. The pickguard comes pre-cut, pre-routed for your two controls, tone and volume, and then a three-way selector blade style switch, as well as your cutouts for your two humbuckers. One thing to note on this guitar, while most of the holes are pre-drilled, we don't, this is true on any of the guitar kits with pickguards that we sell. We've made the choice to not drill the pickguard holes. And the reason is if you want to change this pickguard, if you don't like this color, if you're going to do a different configuration for controls or pickups or whatever it might be, it's going to be hard finding something this exact shape to work with. So we figure, excuse me, by not drilling the pickguard holes, if you have a different material, a different shape that you're working with, you're fashioning something yourself or working with something, some other pickguard off the shelf, you can match their holes rather than these. If you do use this pickguard, we do recommend drilling some pilot holes. It only takes a couple minutes and then you'll have a nice flat surface to work with. You can use this as the template, mark, or just drill right. I would just hold this down and drill the pilot holes right through this pickguard, and then you'll have the holes you need to set this in place. The screws for the pickguard do come in the kit. We just don't drill those pilot holes to give more flexibility with the build. The neck is a one single piece maple neck with a maple fretboard. It comes pre-installed with a dual action truss rod, so you can adjust the curvature of the neck. The frets are pre-installed, they're filed, they're dressed nice and smooth, and they should be fairly leveled right out of the box. Now, I say that because they are leveled at the factory. However, as this gets shipped around, as temperature and humidity levels adjust, sometimes as the wood adjusts, as it dries out or gets more humid, you might end up with a high fret that needs to be addressed. It's part of setting up the guitar. However, you should be 90-95% ready to go right out of the box as it comes. It also has a paddle style headstock, so it's not shaped to any trademark infringing shape. We can't sell a trademark. If you choose to cut it for your own personal use, you can do whatever shape you want. One recommendation, set the tuners in first so you see where they sit, so you don't end up cutting past where they need to be. Also drilled for 2-string keys that come in the hardware kit. As we take a look at the hardware, first we have our two humbucker style pickups. For whatever reason, from this supplier, they come with the plastic pickup rings installed. You don't need these plastic pickup rings. The way these work, these two mounting screws with their springs mount directly into the pickguard. The pickguard acts as these pickup mounting rings. So you can detach these from the pickup rings, throw these in everyone's bin of spare parts, or toss them. But the pickups mount directly into here. Sometimes people try to mount it with the pickup ring on top of that. It's not going to work too well. It's going to be way too high. It's just not going to be good. We have our standard 6 tuners, a output cable, as well as an Allen key for the truss rod adjustment and for the bridge saddle adjustment is in there as well. Look at our hardware pack here. We have our 2 pots for volume and tone, bushings for our tuners, neck screws, our tone capacitor, string tees are in there, as well as some nuts and washers for the pots, strap knobs, bridge screws, and output jack screws and pick guard screws are all there. Our last bag of goodies here. We have our output jack mounted on a square plate, 2 chrome knobs, the blade style 3-way switch. What's nice about the blade style is it fits the same as a Stratocaster style 5-way switch. So if you wanted to do something creative with the wiring, split your coils with some other pickups, add some other funky option, you could do that without having to change the pick guard. Some wire, some setup strings, a neck plate and plastic backing plate for the neck mounting, and then the bridge. I'll point out one thing on this bridge. The way these are set up, this is going to be true for all of our TL style single cutaway solid body style guitar kits. The bridges that ship with it are set up for 2 options for your strings. It can be a surface mount just like this, where the strings come through the bridge, through the saddles, and the ball end goes right here on these set of holes at the back of the bridge, which doesn't require any string through design. The bridges also have 6 holes that you can use as a string through design. If you'd rather have the strings come up from the back of the guitar, wrap around the saddles, and then go out, it can be set up that way. As I mentioned, the body is not drilled for that, and we don't include the bullets for the back here. They're easily obtained. If you decide to do this on this guitar kit or any of our TL style guitar kits, the bridge will allow that. It's set up to do that, but it would be a little bit of custom work on your side to get that done. That is our VW029 semi-hollow TL style guitar kit available from Vibeworks Guitars.